Hi, today I want to tell you about Hendrick Avercamp, who was a Dutch painter between the years of 1585 and 1634. He is recognized for his winter paintings and his paintings of skating scenes. Typically speaking, I love the Dutch painters. One of my favorite painters, Vincent van Gogh, is Dutch, but he lived a long time after Avercamp. I love the Dutch landscape painter Jacob Ruysdael too, and he lived nearly at the same time as Avercamp. And I also love the bravura of the Dutch brushstroke in Dutch painters like Frans Hals and Rembrandt. Both Hals and Rembrandt came slightly later, but Avercamp leads the way to all of these other Dutch painters. Avercamp's work is also a little bit like that of Pieter Bruegel the Elder. This is what the National Gallery says about Avercamp. His carefully characterized groups of small figures are drawn together in the paintings through subtly gradated color. His pictures were composed in the studio from acutely observed watercolor paintings. The National Gallery in London. As I said before, Avercamp finished his large, full oil paintings in his studio, but before he came to his studio, he did numerous pencil sketches and he did numerous watercolor studies. I want you to look at these two pencil sketches of these two men playing Kolf, K-O-L-F. It is very much like our game of golf, but it appears that Kolf was played on ice. I want you to look at the two men carefully, the ones that are done in pencil, and you'll see that the two men are studied again in watercolor, and they are studied again in the more finished watercolor and gouache painting. None of these are finished paintings, they're just studies. In this landscape study, or the watercolor or gouache study, we're able to see that the people in Avercamp's ice worlds are from about the same era as the pilgrims who came to America. From this image, we also begin to understand that ice skating has been popular for at least hundreds of years. In Avercamp's gouache over pencil study, which is the more finished of the sketches that I showed you, we are able to see the faces and the costumes of the people in the painting. But that is not typically the case with Avercamp's large finished oils. This particular image is actually only a segment of Avercamp's oil painting, Winter Landscape with Ice Skaters. It was painted in about 1608. I've zoomed in so that you can see that the people are doing all sorts of things on the ice. Some are simply skating, some are playing Kolf, which, as I said before, is a type of golf game. Some of the people seem to be trying to break a boat away from the ice, and some are being pulled across the ice by a horse and sleigh. Although you see many people in this segment, you can't see any of the people clearly. None of the figures is a clear center of interest. When we see the full painting, we begin to visualize how Avercamp is like Bruegel. The grayness of the sky becomes a major player in the scene, and the buildings of the community do too. The people seem almost ant-like, and they have merely been recorded in a moment of a day. This is Pieter Bruegel the Elder's painting, Hunters in the Snow. Rembrandt was a few years younger than Avercamp, but he lived and painted in the same area and in almost the same time. Hi, this is Jacki Kellum, and this is the first of what I hope will become a regular series of very short snippets of art history. I'm calling this series Looking Through the Eyes of Great Art. Look for more features here as well as on my YouTube channel.